Hey, so we talk a lot about income stocks. We talk a lot about value stocks. But something we haven't talked a lot about that we need to spend some time on is some of those shoot for the moon stocks. Some of these are exciting to have in your portfolio and do deserve a little bit of attention so you can enjoy some of those huge outsized returns that you are so due. So two such stocks that I want to cover with you today that are ignored, small cap semiconductor stocks that can make you an absolute fortune. This is when you want to get into these stocks, is when they're low priced, unloved. Yet these two companies are in pretty interesting space, and this is the time where anything that's not NVIDIA from a tech or Broadcom seems to be ignored or thrown out. So this is where you could strike, and these are low priced enough stocks with low enough market capitalizations that you could really ride the long wave to big gains. Skywater technology. So interesting stock, semiconductor foundry. Really a U.S. pure play foundry maker. Very small cap. This was a spin out of Cypress Semiconductor back in 2017. They've done some great things since then, and they've built a business here, folks. Touching government, aerospace, defense, medical technologies, some consumer, and then industrial needs. If somebody needs to have something made, they can take it, and Skywater Technology can work with them and get it manufactured locally here, right in the U.S. That's something that's becomes very important. And Skywater has also received a Department of Defense awards to build out that supply chain and secure it for our own defense needs. So very interesting play with all of that. I guess the other interesting thing is that market cap is $400 million. That's small. They've got revenue. This is the other interesting thing. Revenue of north of $300 million, and it's grown by about 30% this year. Kind of interesting, isn't it? So you have small cap stock, revenue, and growth on that revenue. They're not net income positive yet. However, in the last quarter, they did report being cash flow positive. So now things are starting to get more interesting. You've got small cap, you've got real revenue, you've got growth, a diversified product offering. And here's the unique model that they have. Skywater Technology is not pumping in lots and lots of money into creating their own fabs. Using how they do it is that they work with customers, they get things very specialized for them, and then the customers actually invest in that and getting the technology and equipment set up. So it's very low cost to Skywater, but yet it's controlled by that customer. So very interesting format that they've chose to operate, and it seems to be successful for them. And there's a lot more to come. And hey, at a share price of less than $9 a share, it means you can gobble up a whole bunch and have a lot of exposure to this for very little amount of money. So Skywater has a lot of big interest is coming this way, and we could see some big growth in the years to come. The next company we want is Indie Semiconductor. Yeah, I know there's pros and cons to Indie as well, but we're talking about small cap stocks, small stock prices, companies that have revenue and are in a very interesting space. This is a fabless semiconductor company, so that means they're going to design it. They're going to work with their people. They're going to design it, work with the customers, and then they'll outsource it to somebody else to actually build it. So they don't put their energy into and money into building out the foundries. They send that out to somebody else. But this is kind of becoming the everything automotive area. Sensors, LiDARs, hardware for those, software to run those for the safe driving experience. So interesting space, a bit competitive, but they seem to be carving out a niche, and they've got a good client base. And with a stock price down 53% year to date, and a market cap of $675 million, with over $200 million in revenue and growing, even though this has been a bit of an off-cycle year where these companies have been hit from a revenue perspective, slight growth to flat for the year, and they've got a lot of product introductions coming out in Indie Semiconductor. So they're actually expecting a significant tick up in volume late 2024 and throughout 2025, and then rolling forward. So you'd be getting in now if you like this, what you see in Indie Semiconductor. You're getting into a company that for less than $4 a share, that you could have substantial outsized returns as the product cycle really kicks in and grows substantially. And this is it's in an interesting space. Hey, designing of semiconductors, making safe driving, having hardware components and software components, they've got it covered from an end-to-end perspective. I guess one other unique thing about Indie Semiconductor is that earlier in 2024, they made a strategic investment in a company called Expedira, which is an artificial intelligence processor company. So they've got bigger designs, and they're integrating this company's products in with their own. So you can see this is laying the groundwork for a wider moat, and it could go deeper as well. So interesting story here, and this could be worth a small investment on your part to ride this wave as well. So we all know about the stories about the fabled companies, the Microsofts, the Googles, Amazons, Palantirs, all these places where you can get in Apple very cheaply, and then people ride these low price stocks to the stratosphere. We don't know if that's going to happen with Skywater Technology or Indie Semiconductor. However, these are very exciting plays in the technology space and in the hot semiconductor and critical components sectors as well. So it might be worth your while to take a closer look at these and make some strategic investments while they're so inexpensive and so small cap. You might not want to pass this one up. Thanks.